Hello, happy new year and welcome. Hope you guys are all having a good Saturday. It is still afternoon for me on a somewhat rainy day. It's going to really pour later on this evening and late tonight, but it's okay. We need the rain, so I can't complain too much. But hopefully you guys are doing good. Hopefully you all had a fun New Year's Eve into the new year and you know, no one got too wild and crazy, not too much drinking or anything like that. But hello, Maeve. Hey, Nick. Howdy, doll. And oh gosh, Afro Samurai. There we go. Hey, Afro. So, welcome, guys. How are you all doing? Hopefully, everyone is doing well, and hopefully, you all can hear me because I am. I don't know. I set it up very weird this time, so hopefully everything is working okay. But yeah, so here's to 2026 being much better than 2025. Good Lord. And you know what's interesting? 2025, for some reason, it was just a bad year as a collective whole. Just about every single person got slapped in the face that year. I I can't explain it. I don't understand it, but that year can fall off a cliff as far as I'm concerned. That's where we need to just black that out and like this never happened. But this year though, 2026 will be much better. Hello, Kelvin. Welcome. And we're gonna make it happen, Captain. We're starting off right. Hello, oh, I don't know how to pronounce your name. Tyrogue? I don't think that's correct, but I'm going with it anyway. Ty. There we go. Ty. Hello, Ty. Welcome. Oh, wait, you know what? I don't think I've seen you in here before unless you changed your name or something. So you get the good welcome. Tyro 333. Welcome to Unexplained Possibilities. It probably is some astrological reason. I certainly don't know it. I mean, I don't know. It was God just telling everyone to kiss his butt. There's the reason. I have no idea. It was just it was just weird, man. It just, as a whole, it sucked for everyone. But you know what? That's then, this is now, and it's going to be a positive year for everyone because, there's only one way now and it's up. And I do think we're all going to prosper and be in a better place. That is the hope anyway, and we shall speak it and make it happen as a flood alert just came across. So, well, I don't know what that means. Uh-oh. Are they trying to say, hold it? So, how is everyone? Did anyone do any celebrating, or you're like me, just, well, you fell asleep? Like I just went to sleep. I was like, I don't have time for this. Or did you guys celebrate? Did you go out to any parties or what? Because I want to hear what you all did, and I also want to hit the right buttons for stuff too. That would be nice. Oh, nice. The NYC ball drop. I didn't even watch that. And yeah, Nick, you sound like me. I was passed out at 9 p.m. Staycation's all I ever wanted. Staycation. So nothing wrong with a good staycation. No, you know what? I don't actually have a New Year's tradition really. I was planning on doing a stream, but I don't know. I just didn't. I really, that's the one time I didn't feel like it. And I was just like, no. But today felt like it, felt good. And, I do like giving you guys some type of New Year thing. And, ooh, guess what? So I have two already recorded little pieces of content as well. So be prepared for that. And hello, Care. Whoa, what a name. Okay. Care Bear Bard of Cards. There we go. Care Bear Bard of Cards. I like that name. Wait, I don't remember seeing that name. You might have just popped in new as well. So I guess you also get the good welcome. So give me a moment. Let me take a sip of water. I'm rusty on that. Care Bear Bard of Cards. Welcome to Unexplained Possibilities. Oh, poetry. I am not a poet, and I do know it. Boom. The form of I don't have to follow the rules and expectations. You're a rebel, not just a poet. Um, but yeah, I have two things that are ready to go, so you'll see them throughout the week. And one of them is a too crazy to believe, which I think is a fairly interesting one. It could be real, it could be fake. I don't know. You guys get to decide. And the other one is a fool's journey. Yes, the fool's journey has come back like The Rock. And I need to get back on there. Well, I'm not in a position where the camera would face me right now, so it's no face reveal just yet. You guys got to wait for the next podcast. Oh, Dragon Alchemist, hello, welcome. How you doing, Dragon? Hopefully you are enjoying your winter months and it's not too cold because I know it gets chilly in your neck of the woods. But yeah, so Fool's Journey is back, and I'm actually kind of excited for it to be back. And I needed something to do, no more being lazy. Although, to be fair, I had excuses, but still. And yeah, doll, it has been snowing for you, which you could keep the snow. I mean, rain is bad enough, but snow is terrible. A friend in Germany, she sent me some videos of the snow over there, and her dog loves it. For some reason, the dog is just like, woo, this is fun. And I'm just like, you're crazy. Who would like this? You're at work, minus 30 a couple of weeks ago. Are you insane? I mean, clearly, to be in that cold weather, oh my gosh. No, no way, Jose. You could not pay me to get in there. Well, no, you can pay me, but it's gonna cost you. Like, I'll be realistic. I was gonna say let's start bidding with the moon, but I'll be realistic here. Let's start bidding with maybe $1,000. Pay me $1,000. Yeah, I'll gladly go in the snow. I'll dive in the son of a monkey's uncle. Where's my pin at? Oh, it's all the way over there. Oh man, I can't reach it. If only I had the force. Use the force. I want to use the force. It's not working. Yeah, layering up isn't gonna work for me. I mean, I layer up at night actually because I really can't handle cold weather. So yeah, you didn't have a Okay, wow, yeah, space heaters installation. Dragon, you're next level. That's all I can say. Oh, and here's something that I'm thinking about experimenting with. The problem is I wouldn't drink it, but And I'm sure you guys have heard of this. And don't worry, I'll get to pulling cards in a second. But, this is a hangout as well. And I just want to yap and hang out for a moment. But I think it's called kefir crystals of some sort, where you can make some natural soda from it, and pine soda. I don't know where I came across this YouTube thing, but all of a sudden it pops up. Pine soda. You just need four things: jar, pine, water, sugar. And the natural yeast on the pine creates the carbonation. And add a little bit of lemon, and you're good to go. And I was looking at it, I was like, wow, seriously, it's just that simple, just that easy. And apparently it takes about 5 days to a week, and we're golden. So I kind of want to experiment with that. But again, I wouldn't drink it because I know how yeast works, and there has to be some percentage of alcohol in there. Maybe not a large percent, but I'm sure it's some alcohol in there. So I will need a guinea pig. Who's volunteering? Oh, yeah. Right on, Care. So I'm happy you do. No volunteers? No one's going to try Mel's. Oh, no, no, no. I need a unexplained pine soda. No, that's not going to cut it. Hmm. Taurus pine soda. Nope. Crimson pine soda. Hey, congrats on that, Nick. That's huge. Man, nothing to be sorry about, man. You say that proud and loud. It's another friend of mine. I'm hoping to I don't know, help her stop drinking, and it just doesn't help her at all. So, oh, okay, doll, you're gonna be first. You called it. You proclaimed that real quick. Put that flag down. Just, I'm going to be first. And yes, you are first. So you got it, doll. I do need to reach my pen though, and it would help if I actually had paper. And looks like Kelvin will be number two. So doll numero uno, Kelvin numero dos. I think I said that right. I don't know. That's like the only Spanish I know. Dragon numero tres and Nick numero cuatro. And I think I know Quattro because of the Audi Quattro, although that's probably more Italian than Spanish, but whatever. I really should write this down. Oh, give me 1 second, guys. Actually, I have to take a wicked pee as well. I don't know where that came from. And don't ask me what a wicked pee is, but just take my word for it. It's an extremely powerful pee. Uh, I mean, gosh darn. Um, yeah, so I'll be right back, and you guys can listen to the theme for the podcast. Okay. So, Ty, I got you. All right. So it's Doll, Kelvin, Dragon, Nick, Ty. Anyone else before I start flipping and flopping and seeing what comes out? Calling all participants. Calling all participants. So we'll try to count. Well, I'll try to count down from Spanish. Uh, if there's anyone else who wants a reading. Okay, so let's see. Cinco, cuatro, tres, uh, dos. I already got you, Nick. Don't worry. You're already written down. Uno, zero. Okay. Now let's swap over. Boop. Let's see. This thing working? Yes, it is. Oh, look, here's my pen, guys. I know it's a little girly. Yes, I did pee. Don't worry. I relieved the tank of pressure. We're good. Okay. Let's see. Okay, Doll will use Supernatural Tarot deck. That's probably the one that I'm going to stick to today and should be getting some other decks in very soon. Okay. All right, Doll. What changes will occur this year? What changes will occur this year? What changes will occur this year for Doll? Daughters of Lilith. What changes will occur this year? What changes will occur this year? Well, I can tell you now the deck is shuffling really nicely. Sometimes this one is a little stiff and kind of um, it fights back, we'll say, but in this case, it feels really good. Hey, does anyone know when the Shakur and Tefimo Lopez fight is? I don't think it's today, right? Is it next week? Because I don't want to miss that fight. Let's give it one more mix. What changes can Doll expect to occur this year? Ooh, that was perfect. All right, let's see what we got. Oh, okay. Mm, do it like that. Uh, okay. Hold up. Trying to. Okay. All right. So, Doll. Um. Oh, what? Wait, what's your sun sign? Hold on. What? Are you a Gemini, Care? Or Taurus or Cancers, one of those. Um, okay, so Doll, this is really, really cool. This is actually one of the cooler pulls that I've done for you. Gemini Sun, you are Two-Face. Remind me not to make you angry. Yeah, I'll put you down, Maeve. You have several people ahead of you, though. Hold up. There. Okay, so Doll, this is really, really cool. So first we have the fools. So that already is a good sign because we're looking at a do over. Not just a do over, but it's hitting the road and doing things your way. So the Fools is another chance, literally starting fresh and starting your journey. So you're going to have a reset. After the Fool, though, we have our Two of Pentacles. And, oh, I'm a Taurus. And with, you know what, let me know if I should turn the on-screen captions off or not. You know, the on-screen chat. If it gets annoying or anything, you guys just let me know. But this Two of Pentacles is awesome because, well, it shows balance. You're going to have a more balanced year. It's not going to be as one-sided. Now, the thing is, this Two of Pentacles in particular, especially in conjunction with the Supernatural TV show, that is, this is Henry Winchester, and he has to choose between family and obligation. So you have a balance coming up between family and obligation. What are you going to choose? What are you going to be? In this case, I almost feel like it's getting away from family. Like that's where it's still tipping and leaning, like getting away from family. And you're going to have a fresh start, a fresh chance to do that. Now, this son of a monkey's uncle, go so you can see it better. Our 10 of Cups. Our 10 of Cups is again leaving family, change, quite literally in a good way. It's almost like seeing a kid off to college. You're sad they're going, but you're happy they're going. Your life restarts. Your life restarts. Now, I'm not going to say you're going to move away from your hometown, but I am going to say, and I'm saying that because I just saw your message. I am going to say that you have a major restart for in a positive way. This is emotional control. So if you've been emotionally dead, if you've just been void, oh, no, 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 Maeve. This is for Doll. Yeah, Maeve, you got like, you're going to have to wait a bit. You have 4 or 5 people ahead of you. What was I saying? Yeah, Doll. Darn it. What was I going to say? Oh my gosh, I lost my train of thought. Oh, yes. So, Doll, if you've been just not feeling it emotionally, you've been sort of dead inside. And I know that's an extreme way of putting it. You find your spark, you feel good, you have control. You get back to you, whatever that may be. I mean, you know, sometimes you could be a smart aleck, but I know it's mostly an act. I know how sweet you are and how girly you are as well. And you see this change. That's going to be one of your biggest changes. You're going to have your emotions back. You're going to have your reset. You're going to have opportunity to become unstuck. This is your chance. This is where it's like, I got to take it. And that's where our sun comes in. This is you being aggressive and doing your thing. It's not allowing opportunity to pass by. You will have opportunity to really better yourself, but you're going to have to fight. And you can't allow depression to stop you. You can't allow family, our Winchester there. You can see his head just popping up just barely. That's like family always looking on your shoulder, always trying to control you. You can't allow them to control you now. You retake control. You have control. And oh yeah, that's Charlie from Supernatural. She's a very popular character, but I do like that son as well. But you have to get your book of spells, get your sword, and cut your way because that opportunity is going to be there, and you can't let it pass you by, whether it's going to school, whether it's looking for a different job, or even telling family to shut up and fall off a cliff. You regain your control. So ultimately, you have a reset, a major reset. You are starting fresh. You got to take advantage of it while you can, and don't allow someone to point you or tell you what direction to go in. You tell them go somewhere, and you walk, your direction, and be prepared for emotional stability and understanding, and your balance shifting more towards you and less towards family. It's getting away. But yeah, there you go, doll. And thank you for the compliment, Care. Alrighty, Kelvin, you are up and you said general. All right. Oh yeah, and no, no, no biggie, Maeve. Oh wow, these cards are really shuffling nice. What the heck is going on here? I mean, I'm not complaining. I just wasn't expecting it. I love it when they are being nice and on board. All right, so four cards for Kelvin. What should we know? What's happening? What's going on? Oh, well, I don't need to know all of that, but always good having the info, I guess. For what it's worth, I am a Taurus Libra Libra. You would think I'd be a ladies' man, wouldn't you? Okay. Let's give this a couple more mixes for Kelvin here. It's sun, moon, and rising. So everyone has them, Nick. It's just, just adding on to the chart. But the sun sign is usually the dominant of the personalities. Okay. One more mix. Let's see what we got for you, Kelvin. See what we got for you. The heck? Okay, well, I know I shuffled this pretty good. And the fools have come out yet again. Another pentacles right after. And another cup right after. Really? Oh, well, either way, you would still think I would be a ladies' man. I just realized I forgot to cut my nails. Oh my god, and here's a major. That's weird. Pretty much, we almost have the same cards here. That's so odd. The Fools, a pentagrams or pentacles, and another cup and a major. Okay, we're definitely feeling it this year. Okay, Kelvin, so kind of like Doll with the Fool, you have a reset happening. Like, let's not necessarily start over, but let's get things straight. Let's get it happening. Let's get it going. So for you, it doesn't feel like a fresh start, but almost a restart You're not going to the beginning, but you're continuing on where you left off, which is a good thing. That's not bad. And it's being able to actually move on and move forward. Our page of pentagrams is interesting because with this, we're looking at inquisitive energy. Not just inquisitive, but a young energy as well. So this is you getting more back, getting fed and feeling better. So it almost feels more physical than mental or spiritual. This feels like physical youth. Um yeah, so this is you feeling better, hopping around, moving around better, that type of thing. Maybe even recovery of some sort. But our page of pentagrams, it's there and it's an acquisitive nature that's being fed, but we're also moving around. We're feeling good. We have energy. We have young energy. It was given to us. We're feeding off of it. Really good. And our three of cups here. There we go. So you can see it better. Our three of cups is celebration. Our three of cups is celebration. And you're going to have a, I want to say, well, I won't say better year because this isn't for the year and it is a general, but a better time. How about that? Is that a good way to put it? You'll have a better time and you will have something to celebrate. You should celebrate. You need to celebrate you, celebrate life, celebrate love. Come up with any reason to have some red velvet cake. My God, I love red velvet cake. Oh, if anyone wants to send me some red velvet, I would truly appreciate it. But you get to celebrate, Kelvin. Celebration and young energy. Like more energy, feeling good. Like I said, it's all coming back to you and starting where you left off. Now this guy, our hermit here, is interesting because our hermit usually signifies I want to be by myself. I don't want to socialize. I just want to. Oh, yeah, that's right. Your birthday is coming up. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, and you literally just said it. So, good excuse to get some red velvet. Even better excuse to send me some. Uh, but anyway, the hermit is usually like, I don't really want to socialize. Leave me alone. Go away. I gotta reflect. But this hermit, I feel, is different. I feel this one is ready to socialize. I feel like this hermit is like, yeah, bring it on. Kelvin, you need to socialize a bit more. Like, just speak to people. In a good way, not necessarily like we're going to share info here, there, and trivia facts. No, actually, really speak to them one on one, have fun, socialize. So this is a socialization card, especially since we have the fools with it as well. So be prepared for more social interactions, maybe in person. I feel like I think these are going to be in person, especially because we got our celebration going on. So ultimately, Kelvin, you start from where you left off and you're going to have opportunity to socialize more and you're going to continue to feel better and celebrate yourself. You are going to have a comeback tour and it's just feeling better about yourself, about life, being fed the correct information, being fed right, and just having this energy, like younger energy. So, yeah, it's looking pretty freaking good for you, man. Way to go. And there you go. Okay, Dragon, you are up. we are definitely keeping with the supernatural deck. Yeah, no problem, Calvin. Man, you know what song just popped in my head? I can't think of the name of it. It'll come to me later, but it's like diamond in the back, sun rooftop, taking the scene with a gangster lean. Woohoo. What is that song? That's what I feel like for you, Calvin. You just feeling it, man. you know, you know, work read. You got it. Brand new Cadillac. I want to say, Dragon, we share the same birthday, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure we do. I know we do. We're both the 28th. One second, guys. Diamond in the back, sun rooftop. What is that song? Yes, I am looking it up by Curtis Mayfield. What is it called? Diamond in the Back. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's such a good song. Diamond in the Back. I would play it, but the stream would get nuked. So I can't play it. I mean, normally I don't care about copyright stuff or anything, but recently YouTube has gone more automative than it should, and that thing has no mercy. Ooh, 420. I know there's a joke there because I always see people mention 420 and it goes right over my head, but I'm just going to play along and act like I know. Yeah, 420. Woo! Oh, okay. Well, now that makes sense. I had no idea. I, I did not know. Okay. So I gotta get my head back on track here. This is for Dragon. What is going on with work? Working Dragon. Working Dragon. Working Dragon. Working Dragon. Working Dragon. Does that sound? That could be a book or a karate movie or something. Working Dragon. Oh, I like that. Working Dragon. Working Dragon. I really like the sound of that. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to use that for something. All right, let's give this one more mix for you, Dragon. Whoa, car just shot out by itself, so I think this time. Oh shoot. This was not the card I was expecting. We're gonna keep this one turned over. And oh, hold up. Camera died. 1 second. Eventually I am going to get a new one. There we go. Okay. Oh wow, that's super behind. Oh, no wonder. I'm looking at the wrong screen. Okay. Good lord. Whoa, what the heck? Wait a second. Shy, what are you doing? Oh, um, oh my god, a siren raid? What? This is the first raid I've ever had. Oh my gosh, thank you. Um, oh wow, how cool. Oh, I am totally speechless. Hi, Shy. Thank you so much. And welcome. Well, I guess I'll just, hold up. Here we go. Welcome to. Oh, I didn't like that. Hold up. Let's try that again. That was bad. Here we go. Welcome to Unexplained Possibilities. Yeah, thank you. Um, well, they are actually being very nice. Well, this one's not going to be too nice for Dragon, but every other one has been nice. Yeah, we're gonna save that first one because that was so unexpected. Okay, so Dragon. Oh, all good, Kelvin. You have a good one. Okay, so Dragon. This is an interesting one. So it's so funny because I don't know if you've seen Supernatural or not, but the Queen of Goblets or Cups, I'll just say Cups, is Ellen. And she ran a bar in Supernatural. Not only did she run the bar, I mean, she owned it, but people came to her for advice, for understanding, for guidance. And you're kind of the mom. I don't know how that, yeah, that's the only way I could put it. You're kind of the mom. You're the one that someone's going to go to. You're the one who knows what to do. You're the problem solver. You're the mom. Now, right next to her though, we have the hermit, Bobby, who has returned. Oh, okay. So, yeah, you're the mom. So, Bobby, though, in this portion, it almost feels like, okay, it might be time for a bit of a break. Oh, thank you for subscribing. Montaigne? Oh, boy. Sorry, I'm bad at names. So, let's, well, thank you for subscribing, Montaigne. Um, So in this case, Dragon, you might need a bit of a break. You might need some you time. Unlike Kelvin, where he needs some socialization, you might need a bit of a break. Like, let's get some you time happening from the bar. And this takes us now to the world, which is usually completion. Let's go to that next level. In this case, though, with the world for you and dealing with work, I almost feel like you are going to go to the next level after a break because I think you're going to have a new project coming up. And I think you're going to be doing more work wise. So I feel like that's why Bobby, or excuse me, the hermit is there to tell you you do need a break. You honestly do. Because more is coming. Work wise, you're going to be working on a project comes your way, something enters your realm, and not in a bad way. It's in a good way. So be prepared for that. Now, here's the one that sort of got me. Get over there. Our three of swords. So, I was not expecting this. Now, of course, traditionally, the three of swords is considered the heartbreak card, and you can see it as heartbreak. You can see it as healing. You can see it as maybe it's time to move on mentally. In this case, yeah, I don't think you're going to go stabby stabby on anyone or nothing. But in this case, I do feel like your head needs a break. I do think you're going to exhaust yourself and you're going to become irritable. Even though you're very, very nice, we all have our moments where we get irritable, we hate everybody, and just grr. You'll hug them afterwards. But you know how I said that you're kind of the mom? Well, mom needs some wine time. And I'm worried that work is going to make your head explode and you are just going to, you might love it, but we all need breaks from things that we love. With this Three of Swords, again, it's not hurting. I think your job is secure. And I already, where are you? I already said, I think you have a new project that's going to come up after your break, but you need your break first, or else you will turn into this nut, and we don't want that. So mentally, you need to check out. Don't do anything for anyone else except for you. Have some, well, whatever it is that you like to drink. It doesn't necessarily have to be alcohol. I mean, we mentioned pine soda, so get yourself some pine soda and and just take a break. Connect with you and relax and don't worry about work or anything. Doesn't matter. Doesn't exist. Or else I think you are going to go insane and not stabby stabby, but you'll give some death glares. Your eyes will have daggers just pouring out. Just, so work for the most part is good. Oh, I can't beat strawberry lemonade, my favorite. Work is secure for you. It's good, but you need a break and be prepared for a new project that you are most likely going to oversee. It might even come from your idea and you will manage and grow. So be prepared for that. But yeah, there you go, Dragon. And thank you guys for the compliment. Appreciate that. I mean, I don't know if I am or not. I just consider myself a goofball who tries to entertain you fine people. Nick, you are up. All right. This is for Nick. Yeah, no problem, Dragon. This is for Nick. General, you got it. Yeah, I'm kind of liking pulling out four cards. I think the four card thing is working. Oh, and again, I hit something I should not have hit. Oops. And if there's anyone else who would like a reading, let me know. I'll put you on the list. Might be a minute to get to you, but just for fun and being silly, goofy, and you never know. I might come up with the lotto numbers for you, which if you win the lotto, you're obligated to share with me, or at the very least, buy me a sparkling strawberry lemonade and a side of bacon. No, actually, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I am not going to be eating any bacon for about 6 months. Pork in general is going to be out. This is for Nick. This is for Nick. What is he supposed to know? What should he know? Oh, I'm losing weight. I got to get my beach body, man. I keep promising these girls a striptease, so I gotta cut out certain things. No, not converting to Islam. If I did, I wouldn't be able to do tarot or anything anymore. Yeah, no, I gotta get the beach body. It's time. I promised these girls a striptease, and by gosh, they need to get one. All of them want to see some California chocolate. All right, let's give this one more mix and see what we got. What the heck? Why is it that every single one has had a repeat of some for ah okay. Ooh, that's so interesting. So far, every pool has had two major arcana. Whoa, thank you. Holy cow. Thank you so much. I need to redo the animations and sounds and all of that. I'm gonna work on that this week, but thank you so much. Wow, that's so kind. Thank you. Wow, that is so kind. Thank you. Okay, so yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, every pool has had a repeat, and every pool so far has had two major arcanas. That's so weird. Oh, wait, no. Did the last one have two? Yeah, it had the world and the hermit again. So, okay, anyway, here we go. Nick, we start off with the world. It has come back, and, the world is an ending. If we want to see it that way, it doesn't necessarily have to be an ending. It could just mean that you've understood something, but you're still figuring the other stuff out. In this case, though, oh, and you have the queen, the knight, and the moon. In this case, though, I feel like this is discovering. Not only just discovering, but really taking everything in. This is going to be coming up in the next few weeks, maybe even the first couple of months of the year. You discovering who you are, things surrounding you, and really starting to find your place. 1 second, I got to stretch. There we go. You're finding your place. This is finding your place after being lost for so long, it feels like. This is, yeah, it's discovering who you are. Oh, sounds like the Lion King, doesn't it? With Mufasa's spirit speaking to Simba. Remember who you are. Yeah, it almost feels like that. It's discovering who you are and what you actually are passionate about, what you love, and going down that road. Maybe it's not going to be a super leap or anything, little by little. So interesting because we have the Queen of Pentagrams after that. And our queen, typically, I usually see her as a mother figure. I don't necessarily think that's the case right now. In fact, this queen is very much sort of stylish, and it's like, I'm about me. And I think you need to be about you in your discovery. I think you're going to have a talk with yourself and say, who am I? A good Jackie Chan movie, by the way, if no one's ever seen it. But who are you? Journey of self discovery? Is that what's happening? Yeah, because we have the knight. Oh boy. How does it go with Mickey? Oh boy, something like that. Journey of self discovery. A journey of self discovery, especially after being lost. You find yourself after being lost, and you have that growth because of it. Not necessarily like spiritual growth, but emotional growth as well. Now, our Knight of Goblets or Cups, whatever you want to call it, this one is the special one because this is confidence. This is, I know I'm on the right path. I know I'm going to the right place. I understand it. This is you gaining confidence, understanding, feeling really good. Oh, yeah, this is a turnabout year for you, or at least the first few months. I don't want to say a year because this isn't for the year, but the first few months, this is a turnabout. This is you feeling good. This is you finding your place. You get over being lost. And with the moon here, This is your guide. The moon is your guide. I mean, technically, this moon is a trickster, but it's still your guide. It's going to illuminate the things that you've missed. You know, the sun can sometimes be the light that we need and we can see everything, but the moon, even though it can play tricks on your mind, oh yeah, no problem, Care. Even though the moon can play tricks on your mind, it also shows you the things that we're afraid of so we can confront. This is you, confronting some of your fears. It could be a fear of failure, a fear of loneliness, just fear in general. Whatever it is that was stopping you, that kept you lost, whatever that was, it's boom. And also with the world, like, and this keeps popping in my head and it's really bugging me. So I'm just going to say it. It's leaving your comfort zone. And I feel like the moon guides you through that as well. And I think you travel. I think you're going to be traveling more while you leave. And that's part of leaving your comfort zone. This is this is you discovering you. This is you leaving your comfort zone. Like I said, I feel like it's going to be travel and it's understanding yourself and maybe even loving yourself and getting that self confidence and just feeling good and better and on top. So, this is a turnabout year for you. And man, I am here for it, dude. So, there you go, Nick. Oh, wow. Did you guys see that weird glitch when I. Oh, it's not doing it now. Um, I won't say traveling oh, there it was. I won't say traveling a lot in the next few months, but definitely traveling. I feel like you get out of your comfort zone and you travel. You're going to be visiting a few places, maybe even for work or something. I don't know, but it feels good. And ultimately, you find you get that confidence, you get your swag, man. Do they still say that swagger? I don't know. Just pop your collar or something and you're good to go. But yeah, there you go, Nick. It feels really good. You're going to be in the zone, man. It feels good. Alrighty. Ty, if you're still here, you are up. Oh, and let me write down care. There we go. Yeah, it's very, very positive, Nick. So I feel like you should, yeah, get ready to leave your comfort zone. Do something that you've been wanting to do, but maybe a little anxious to do it, and just go for it. Like, what's the worst that can happen? You enjoy yourself. I mean, and then you could curse me out, be like, "Gosh darn you, Melvin! I really enjoyed that. How dare you tell me to leave my comfort zone again?" Oh, there you are, Ty. Yeah, moon can be facing your fears and illuminating those fears because oftentimes we have to confront our fears directly, but we don't want to see them. So the moon comes out and says, no, you're going to see them. And usually an event happens to where we have to face them head on. And that's the only way we're able to grow and move on. So, yeah, the moon can be facing your fears, and the moon can also be avoiding opposition. It might be some pricks in the waves causing you some grief, and it's like, let's avoid them. So, the moon might give you a different path to go around. But anyway, Ty, yes, General, you got it, sir. General for Ty. General for Ty. What should Ty Rogue know? General for Ty. What should Ty know? What should Ty know? And Maeve, if you're still here, you're up on deck. Those are baseball terms, guys. Does anyone watch baseball? Every now and then I do. Go Dodgers. So I'm not as big of a fan as I used to be, but every now and then I'll catch a couple of games. With baseball, it's better going to the games than watching it on TV. Although saying that, I do like listening to it on the radio. There is something about baseball and radio that mixes very well. Okay, just want to make sure, Maeve. All right, one more mix for Ty. One more mix for Ty. Ooh, the Braves. Okay. Freaking Atlanta. Huh. Well, you know what? I rather the Braves than the Giants or the Yankees. And the Red Sox. Although I would prefer the Red Sox over the Yankees. I would prefer almost any team over the Yankees except the Giants. Uh-oh. Well, you know what? That's okay. Again, as long as it's not the Yankees. So I know in the South, heck no, it's not going to be the Yankees. It certainly won't be the Dodgers. Okay. Well, I'm not going to stare at a guy's bum, doll. Good Lord. Now, if it were a couple of ladies, then yeah, I'll put on some perv glasses and take a look. All right. Here we go, Ty. Let's see what we got for you. Of course. Another repeat. Hmm. Well, this is already different, though. I. You mean homophobic? No. Get out of here. I just don't want to see a dude's butt. Why would I want that? Give me a lady. That's. Okay, Ty. So this is interesting. You're the first one who doesn't have major arcanas. Hmm. Oops. Let me try to do that better. There we go. That's slightly better. Okay. Um so the Page of Pentacles. This one is different for you. Oh, wow. Hi, Hannah. Okay, well, shoot. Wait. Hold up. I gotta give you the good hello no matter what, whenever someone new pops in, even though we spoke earlier, but still. Oh gosh, how do I do this? Hannah, welcome to Unexplained Possibilities. So, welcome. All right, so Ty, your Page of Pentacles or pentagrams, same thing. It's a bit different from Kelvin. I think yeah, Kelvin was the one who had it. Whereas his was sort of getting that young energy and becoming energetic and growth and just feeling good. Yours, I don't know, it's a different feel to it. It doesn't feel bad necessarily, but we're almost looking at money, like starting a new venture, putting yourself out there to earn money. And it could be in a field that you're not too familiar with, or it could just be, I don't know, you leaving your comfort zone like Nick. But this one feels like it's telling you to think, to understand, to look at the angles. But I feel like it's a business opportunity almost. But here's the thing, we have it next to the Four of Blades or Swords, whatever you want to call them. And this one is usually about resting. And we have to remember swords, blades, they deal with the air element, and that's where our mind is. Rest your mind if you feel you're overworked, if you feel you're worried about not finding work or having enough, you're going to have enough. You just need to rest and relax. You're good. Don't be anxious. Don't be nervous. Whatever energy you put out there, it's been heard. So now you just need to play it cool. And this doesn't necessarily have to involve work. This could be in your personal life with dating. And I don't know, you found a cute girl or guy or whichever way you go, and just don't go the animal way. That's not cool. I'm not saying you do, but don't do that. But it's like, relax. You got this. We're good. So you're going to enter a period of relaxation, or at least you should voluntarily enter a period of relaxation. Energy's already out there. A new venture's already started or will start, and it's going to be beneficial. Like I said, it kind of feels like work, but it doesn't necessarily have to be work. It could be school as well, but it's already covered. Now, Curtis Mayfield, thank you so much. Diamond in the back, sun rooftop, taking the scene with a gangster lean. Ooh. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Like, seriously, thank you. Now we have. Who are you? Sorry, we have our Eight of Cups or goblets, whatever you want to call it. And I always get confused with this one. I always forget it. But in this case, this is usually walking away, making a sacrifice so you can have better. Traditionally, anyway. I feel like for this one, it's walk your path. Don't be swayed. Don't worry. You're doing exactly what you need to do, and it's already covered. So it's so important to not freak yourself out. Don't overwork yourself. You're on the right path. You're going the right way. Now, it might seem like you're missing out or leaving something behind, but that's sacrifice as well. It's interesting with sacrifice because it's only a sacrifice if we give up something that we truly love, that we just really enjoy, and we give it up so we can have better, so we can have understanding, so we can move on. So you leaving behind something you like is fine. That's sacrifice. It's cool. You're on the right path going for better. Which our Seven of Cups here is saying, we can almost see them like seven trophies. They kind of do look like trophies. Well, anyway, we can see them like seven trophies. And you get to have your choice in them. Your sacrifice, your walking away, your rest period leads to seven trophies, seven choices, things that work for you. And it's going to open up because of this Page of Pentacles, a new venture. Again, I'm leaning towards money, business. Usually that's what pentagrams, pentacles mean, but it's not always that. But it is growth. It is something that comes from you. And I think you're going the right way. Just don't overthink it. Don't overexert yourself. Just be cool, calm, collected, and know that it's already yours. Energy's already out there. Claim, obtain. It's yours. So very interesting one. I think You know what? Let's pull a bonus one. I want to pull a bonus one just to see if we get a major arcana for you, Ty. Just to see. If it's not a major arcana, we're going to skip it. But we're going to see here. Come on, major arcana. Oh, no. No major arcana. What about at the bottom? No. No major arcana. Very interesting. So maybe you're more in control over things than we think. But yeah, there you go, Ty. And thank you again, Curtis Mayfield. Just move on up. Do, 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 do. Maeve, you are up. Yeah, no problem, Ty. Hopefully it made sense for you. All right, Maeve. I assume you just want whatever comes out, comes out. That's my assumption. Could be a terrible assumption. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna have to listen to Curtis Mayfield after this now. Just move on up. And then, Care, you are on deck. And if there's anyone else who would like a reading, let me know now. Or, well, you don't have to forever hold your peace, but you're not going to get anything on this stream. That's for gosh darn sure. Okay, this is for Maeve. This is for Maeve. What does he need to know? This is for Maeve. All right, Hannah, I will put you down. You did not hold your peace, so you will be after Care. Okay. Oh my god, accidentally. This is terrible. Accidentally put ham for your name. That's not right. We're not doing that. I couldn't tell you from the top of my head, Care. No, I'm not calling you ham. Although, a couple of my friends, well, they've been on the stream. Lawrence and Meryl from Voodoo Vegas. Meryl's last name is Hamilton, so every now and then Lawrence, he'll call her Ham. But I am not calling you Ham. I don't know how that, I don't know why that came up like that. I don't know. That's terrible. I feel bad. All right. What does Maeve need to know? Let's give this one more mix and see what we got. Wow. Card sort of shot out. Whoa. Okay. We'll keep that one a surprise. And we have a repeat. Interesting. What the heck? Okay. Okay, Maeve. So. Oh, wow. Oops. There we go. Okay, Maeve. So we're dealing with you and balance. Oh, come on, get right. All right, whatever. That's as right as it's going to get. Yeah, we're dealing with you in balance, man. So we have the 10 of cups or goblets, whatever you want to call it, and we have the Empress and the Emperor. And oh, Sherlyn, hello. Happy New Year. It's been a minute. Hope you're doing good. Um yeah, you have the Empress, the Emperor, and the 10 of goblets or cups, whatever you want to call them. And that is so interesting. And yes, you can, Sherlyn. You have a couple of people ahead of you, though. There we go. So, tens, I always like to say, are endings, usually in a good way, completion of some sort. And the 10 of cups, it's furthering yourself with knowledge, maybe even opening a new chapter of knowledge in your life. It doesn't necessarily mean that you are totally ending something, but because this is cups, because we're looking at emotional flowing, the door to more, it's open. You're willing for more. You want more. There could be a need for more. But our Empress and Emperor, can you guys see that? Sorry, it's crooked. Hold up. Our Empress and Emperor here are the major balance, masculine, feminine. And oh, that's funny. He even has a book on him. I didn't notice that, but yeah, he we're looking at knowledge gained from study, research, knowledge gained from nature and doing. So we have theoretical and practical. This is all about knowledge and balance. This next couple of weeks, coming months, maybe even this year, it's you having balance in your life in a practical sense, in a theoretical sense, and understanding, very much understanding it and having growth and being able to go from one place to the other. Normally, with your readings, it's a teaching thing that comes up, but this time it's not about teaching. This is about you gaining, maybe you teaching yourself or absorbing. Yeah, absorbing from a grimoire, absorbing from nature. It's you obtaining it. So that's so interesting. Now, here's the flip one. And this this is why it's kind of a surprise and it got me. The devil. You are the devil, I know, lowest of the low. You took the life right out of me. 10 points if you know that song. So, yes, we have the devil. And he is caged up. Again, if you've seen Supernatural, you will understand why. But the devil gives us forbidden knowledge. The devil never lies. He may not tell us the whole truth, and that's something where we have to figure out, but he never lies. Forbidden knowledge coming to you. I sound a little bit like Anima, don't I? For gosh, I kind of miss Anima, but anyway, I think that things that were hidden from you, that was cut off, that you weren't supposed to know or weren't ready to know just yet, is now coming to you. Be prepared for this forbidden knowledge to infiltrate your mind. Be be prepared for it. You are now at a point where you're ready, where you will hear it. And the problem is, though, because it's still the devil, it's not going to be the complete thing. You're still going to have to put the pieces together, but you will have and see the entire puzzle. This is a next level of understanding and going into again, a forbidden knowledge, and maybe you're ready for it because you have balance in your life, in your spiritual life, in your physical life, health wise, emotions, from a theoretical sense, from a practical sense. You have this balance of, oh wow, I just realized how I have the cards there. You have that balance and you're ready to go. So be prepared to gain forbidden knowledge. This is all about knowledge for you, Maeve, which isn't a bad thing. Knowledge is power, or so I've been told, and the power is yours. I'm aging myself. So there you go, Maeve. This is actually really awesome. So yeah, be prepared. I'm curious where it's going to come from. Like, I don't know if it's going to come from a person, a place, thing, enigma. I mean, who knows? You might see a UFO or something. They shoot a ray beam in your head, and next thing you know, I understand it. I get the universe. That would be something. You're gonna have to come on Unexplained and talk about that. But yeah, so there you go. All right, Care Bear Bard of Cards, you are up. Yeah, no problem, Maeve. Enigma, just look it up. All right. So, okay. So you said whatever comes out, comes out. I was checking my notes real quick. There we go. Enigma. What? Get your mind out of the gutter, doll. You know I would never say that a day in my life. Well, I will say naughty and nifty. Ooh, naughty. Uh, okay, so what does Care Bear need to know? 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 All right, let's give this one more mix and see what comes out. All righty. Oh. we'll uh we'll save that one. We'll flip it over in a second. Okay. Hmm. Interesting. So this might be work related. Ooh. Okay. Okay, so Care Bear. Hmm. Well, it's a repeat, and we'll get to it in a second. But this definitely might be work related. And we have the nine of pentacles, pentagrams. I'm just gonna say pentacles. You got it's the same freaking thing. So nine of pentacles, king of pentacles, who's Crawley again. If you know Supernatural, you'll know him. And then we have the second Ellen, not Ellen. What's her name? Yeah, the five of blades. But we'll get to her in a second. So our nine of pentagrams or pentacles, I just said I was going to call them pentacles, and here I am saying, no, they're pentagrams, nine of pentagrams, got to be correct, you know. Anyway, this is one of my favorite cards in any deck because usually it symbolizes getting away from a hard time, getting through nonsense. Our king, however, over there, he's the deal maker. He's the one who sits on top. He's the one who's watching, and you have to come to him. He's certainly not going to come to you. So, you might need to speak up a little bit at work. And honestly, as weird as it sounds, I think you need to see if you could get more pay or a title or more recognition. You're not being recognized enough. And it doesn't even necessarily mean at your work. It could honestly, it could be at home. You're not getting the recognition that you deserve. And this nine here, oops, didn't mean to do that. This nine here is getting through that nonsense so you can be recognized, so you can have more, so you can be elevated to that next level. So someone is not appreciating you enough. Again, could be at home, leaning towards work, and you need to speak to them. You need to confront them and let them know and make a deal with them almost. Preferably a deal that favors you. Never deal with the devil though, because you'll never win. But anyway, he's not the devil, so you can win. Now, oh, okay. Okay, so, all right. That, okay. So that makes sense then. So, yeah, you need to have a conversation and go from there because you're kind of not appreciated. But again, with that nine of pentacles, it gets better. You get over this hump. You get over this nonsense. That's the cool thing. But you definitely need to have a conversation and you need to demand your worth and get more. Now, our five of swords. Okay. So I think that's Meg. So she's a little weird to say the least. She's in an odd spot because she's not bad, but she's certainly not good. And I almost feel like that could describe your life. Not exactly bad, but not as good as you want it to be. Hence why the Five of Blades is Meg Masters, that demon. Again, just watch Supernatural, people, if you've not seen it. So, um, it's conflict. And she's ready for battle. And you have to be ready for battle. But this is a mental battle. And this is actually what's going to make, when I flip over this card, it's going to make it even better. This is a mental battle. And you have to be prepared for it. You have to be prepared for the cheap shots, the nonsense, but you can't stoop to that level. This is a chess game. You have to think 3, 4 moves ahead. You already know what's going to be said, what's going to be, what's going to happen. So plan for it, adapt, and get the jump on it. Oh, wow. That looks scary, doesn't it? That's my hand. I don't know why it's doing that. It's so weird. That shouldn't have happened. Anyway, where did that? I'm sorry. I'm a 2-year-old, guys. Anyway, you have to be prepared and ready for that. Okay, it's so important. It's a battle, but you get over it. And like I said, you're guided to better, but you have to confront and you have to show your worth. If you don't, you get stepped on. Meg would not get stepped on. She would stab the person in the foot who's trying to step on her. I know there are some people who like that. You know, they're always like, ooh, step on me, please. You know, I am not one of them. I'm sure you're not one of them. So let's not get stepped on. Now, here's the biggest thing. Our three of swords has come back. And this is again mentally exhausted. You're mentally exhausted. And I feel like it's a step further. You have to heal from certain things. Like, I know this came up for Dragon, but Dragon didn't need to heal. She's just working too hard and needs a drink. Whereas you need to heal. There's healing that needs to take place, maybe mentally, maybe with the heart, but it needs to be there because this is mental exhaustion and mental hurt. This is hurt. So, with that being said, again, you can get over. You have the tools to get through to where you need to get through. It's a pain, it's kind of annoying, but you can do it. And you have to be mentally tough more so than anything and demand your worth and be prepared for a mental battle. But ultimately, because of this, because of this 9, I do believe you're going to get to where you need to go. That's going to be the one that gets you there, gets you over the hump, over the nonsense. It's your guide. So, yeah, there you go, Care Bear. Okay, check. Hannah, you are up. Or should I say ham? That's terrible. Oh, gosh. I'm happy you have a sense of humor. But Hannah, you are up if you are still around. Yes, you are. Okay. I assume that you just want a general, like whatever comes out, comes out. Yeah, no problem, Care Bear. Alrighty. So this is for. Whoa! Alright. Well, a card just not only shot out by itself, that thing just. Boom! So I think I have to place it. So we're just going to keep it face down. And wow, that sucker shot out like a missile. And I'm curious to know what that one is. I have no idea. So I'm going to be surprised like you'll be surprised. You know, I just thought of the first Sonic the Hedgehog movie, the animated one, where he was going against Metal Sonic. And it's a scene in there where it's like, you may already know what I'm going to do, but I know what you're going to do. Strange, isn't it? I don't know why that just jumped in my head. So, for those of you new here, if you can't tell, I'm very much a goofball. But as I said, I do want this to be entertaining for you because, I mean, kind of just pulling cars, which I don't know how much entertainment that could be, but as long as you guys are having a good time, I'm having a good time. And remember to hit the like button too. Normally I never say that, but it's the new year, so come on, please. Thank you. Okay, this is for Hannah. This is for Hannah. Let's give it one more mix and see what we got. I'm still going to pull 4 cards, but that jumper, yeah, that guy's staying. Whoever he is, she is, whatever it is. All right. Oh, no. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Oh, nice. Honestly, the only reason why I like spinach is because of Popeye. So if you can use the cartoon characters and video game characters to get them to eat healthy, do what you gotta do. All right, Hannah. So this is an interesting one. Guys, next time remind me to cut my nails. I don't like having longish nails on stream. So I'm just going to blame you all for me forgetting. But anyway, Hannah, you we're starting off with the Queen of Blades. And the Queen of Blades is usually off with your head energy. And that's not always a bad thing. I know sometimes it can be, but it's not always a bad thing. This is because it's for protection. It's to make sure you don't get hurt. And Naomi, that's the character from Supernatural, she wasn't evil per se, but her actions were extreme. But she did it out of love for her fellow angels. So that's sort of what it feels like for you. You can have that off with your head energy, but only after you give someone a chance. So you will give somebody a chance, but that's it. And then it's off with your head. And you have to learn how not to get to that off with your head too quickly. But it's for protection. It's for protecting yourself. And blades, again, these are air elements. This is where our mind is. This is what we think about. Sometimes it's us in a stressful area. So you got that off of your head energy, the Queen of Hearts energy, if you want to go down that route. And you have to dial it back and give more than one chance, maybe. But right next to that, we have the Knight of Goblets, or cups, if you want to call it that. Now, this dude is interesting because this is having that perfect balance, and it's knowing who you are, having your confidence high, and it's like, yeah, I feel good. Okay, this is awesome. Chip chip cheerio. It's that type of thing. It's just feeling good and being in balance. When you're in balance, it's just awesome. But when you're off balance, that Queen of Blade comes out. So you have to figure out how to balance yourself better so we can keep this Knight of Goblets and not so much the Queen of Blades. Because again, you might be afraid of getting hurt, and you put up your defenses and you're ready to stabby, which is okay. We all get that way at times. Or maybe you're afraid of people getting too close. That could be it as well. But our Knight of Goblets is trying to say, like, let's have that balance. Let's be cool. And your confidence is going to be there. Like, let's enjoy us. Let's enjoy you. Let's sit down and have some lemonade or whatever your drink of choice is. But the Six of Pentacles here, that's the oddball out. Although you do have a major arcana, and then we still have to see that flip card, so maybe that's the oddball out. But our Six of Pentacles is interesting because traditionally it's actually about balance and knowing who you share with and who you don't. Ooh, you you might give and not always receive. Ooh, or you might receive and not always give. That's interesting. Oh, and we have again the balance. So this is about balance for you. This is you needing to learn how to balance and not go to extremes, because when you care, you could be extremely giving, but but you may not receive it in return, and that could toss you off balance. I'm curious what your love language is now. Um, I feel like these three cards are they're trying to get you in balance. This is for you all about balance, learning to give, understanding who to give to. Don't give yourself or don't give anything to someone who isn't reciprocating it. It's time to just walk away, say goodbye. If they reciprocate it, cool, awesome, right on. So you have to balance that out. And because, it's just a weird reading, um, we have the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, we have the Wheel of Fortune. And the Wheel of Fortune, we can consider it good luck, but I'm going to take it a step further because in this instance, it feels like it's what you put out, you receive back. So be careful what you say and be careful what you wish for because you're going to get it right back. And it's a rabbit's foot doll. Jesus Christ. Anyway, what you put out is what you receive back. And, some people would call it karma. It's not really. Karma is a bit more complicated than that. But with the rabbit's foot, when you have your highs, it's going to be very high in a good way. But you also have to understand, being that this is a balanced reading, everything. Oh my God. Darn it, not you too, Nick. Everything balances out in its own way. So when you have your highs, there's going to be a low as well. And when you have a low, it's going to be a high. It all somehow works out in the end. I feel like with the Wheel of Fortune and all this balance stuff, I feel like you need to not give away your good luck, not give away your energy. I think you give it away too freely and you lose your manifestation ability and you lose yourself. And then you're off balance. Queen of Blades comes out, you're ready to stab somebody. You have to be very careful with that because I think you give your energy too easily. And with the Wheel of Fortune, that is your good luck and everything. And you'll make someone else fortunate and you'll be miserable until you take it back. And then you're fortunate again and everything's happy go lucky. So you have to be aware of that. Be careful with that. And now the moment we've been waiting for. What the heck is this card? Oh, not what I was expecting, but okay. We have a repeat. The Five of Blades has come back. So our Five of Blades for you, again, we're looking at it from a mental perspective more so than you needing to go out and get stabbed. People have taken advantage of you. I want to say, maybe in a relationship, maybe friends, maybe just random folks. I want to say that you've been taken advantage of and you've been played. Unfortunately, it happens, but you don't have to accept that. You can say, it's all right. I'm not going. This is probably the one time where the Queen of Hearts should, or excuse me, Queen of Blades should come out. I'm not going to allow it. I know my worth. And no, I'm not going to let my emotions play me. This is where logic should trump emotions. Now, I know oftentimes they're like, love will win out. Well, in this case, no, logic needs to win out. You need to think more when you're dealing with people, with dating, with just even friends and hanging out. Oh, I'm sorry. I was reading Bear's comment, Care Bear's comment. Sorry. You need to be aware and not allow yourself to get walked on. It's okay to say no. because I do think you might get taken advantage of. And every now and then, it's okay to say no. It's okay to not give your energy. It's okay for you to stay balanced. So you're a very interesting case. And you need to use your head more, use logic, not emotions. But yeah, there you go, Hannah. And you, okay, Sherlin, if you're still here, you are up. And I got a text. I'm going to ignore it. You're welcome. Sherlin, are you here? Come on, Sherlin. Uh oh, did we lose Sherlin? I'm gonna give it a few minutes. I'm not just gonna. Oh, there you are. Hi, Sherlin. Okay, so I think you said general? I can't remember. Or was it something specific? I don't know. You'll remind me. General. Okay. Okay. Oh, boy. Let's see. Whoa. Almost cut my jugular here. Yeah, you have a good night, Care Bear. And thank you for dropping by. I appreciate it and hanging out. Oh my gosh, no, you're not doing that. Get back in there. That was my Butterfingers. This is for Sherlin. This is for Sherlin. What do we have for Sherlin? What does she need to know? This is for Sherlin. Hey, happy it was fun. You know, that's the main aim. Enjoy and laugh, smile, and then everything else follows. Be sure to tune in for the Too Crazy to Believe. I had to couldn't remember the name of my own thing. And for those of you who are interested in learning about tarot, or at least the very, very basics, be sure to check out The Fool's Journey, which I have a playlist of, and it's restarting this month. So be sure to check that out. It's just a small guide, nothing crazy in depth, and anyone can follow, or at least I hope you can follow. If you can't, well, sorry, you can't sue me. You just got to deal with it. All right, let's give it one more mix for you, Sherlin, and see what we got. And this is for Sherlin. Here we go. Oh, right on, Nick. You know, it's going to pay off, man. Like, really, once you get the basics, you're good to go because then you're going to figure out your own style. And that's the biggest thing, you know, figuring out what works for you. Sherlin, you got some interesting cards here. Oh, you're going down the Kabbalic route. You know what? I need to send you Curtis's information. He can actually explain that really good to you because that's his whole background. Okay. All right. So, Sherlin. Okay. This is such an interesting one. It's very all over, we'll say. And Nick, actually, he lost his YouTube channel. He was hacked, unfortunately, and they deleted everything. but you can email him, and I'll send you the email in a bit. But let me do this. So yeah, Sherlin, your reading's kind of all over. These cards are a bit all over. We start off with the Six of Blades, and I can't remember what the Six of Blades are. Oh dear Lord. What is the Six of Blades? Oh no, I'm drawing a blank. Well, we'll go back to the Six of Blades. Anyway, we have the devil, the world, and the Ten of Bones. This is sort of weird. So the devil, he's caged knowledge. So I don't know if you felt like you've been caged recently, but be prepared to have freedom. Be prepared to get out, run amok in a good way, not a negative way. And with the world, again, we're looking at completion. Completion, yeah, we're looking at completion. Whereas the Ten of Bones, this is almost like carrying a burden and trying to get from point A to point B. But that's more the traditional meaning. In this case, in this deck, it's actually reflecting and being able to sit down. So very interesting. And our six, it just hit me. Our Six of Blades is a period of rest, which I think is interesting as well because it goes with that Ten of Bones. Huh. Transitioning. We're looking at a transition period. Okay, so our Six of Blades is having a rest from chaos, having a rest from a transition. This devil is you leaving the cage. So I don't know if you felt you were caged, if you felt stuck and like you couldn't move on, like you couldn't go anywhere. Well, you're getting out of that. You're out of it now. New year, new you, new freedom. And our world is, oh, hold up. There we go. You can see it a bit better. Our world is driving down this new road, this new highway, this new life. So we're looking at you transitioning. If you're not in a period of transition, you're going to be in one, or maybe it just ended, but we're looking at transitioning over and moving on to something else in a good way. And yes, Nick, Curtis is restarting his channel, so don't worry. Transitioning. Now, our 10 here is reflecting during this transition. Okay, so Sherlin, again, your cards are kind of all over, but essentially what I'm getting is you switching from one position to another. You're moving, like maybe not physically moving to a new location, but you are moving. You're moving on from where you were. Oh, thank you so much, Anonymous. Thank you. Oh, right on. Thank you. You're moving. Thank you guys. Appreciate that. You're moving, and I keep going back and forth. I want to, I'm grateful for everything, but I also got to do the reading. So I don't mean to sound ungrateful or unappreciative if I do. So I am sorry if I sound that way. But yeah, Charlene, you're moving to this next step, and you do need to sit and reflect on where you've come from so you can see where you're going. That's very important. A lot of times we don't do that. And when we get something new or when we move on to that next level, we don't appreciate it as much as we should because we didn't and we don't look back at where we started. So for you, you have a whole transition happening, especially with the next few months. Maybe if it's not already happening, it's a small rest period and you getting unstuck, getting out of your cage, and you get to see or you should see and reflect on where you came from, what you had to do, how you got here. Because now the world is opening up to you more options, maybe better work, maybe even, finding some love. But everything opens up because you're no longer caged. So ultimately, Sherlin, transitioning for better, rising up, back on your feet. Anyway, I was getting ready to quote some Eye of the Tiger, but I'm not going to do it. And really moving on for more, for better. And the world, as cliche as this is your oyster. But definitely look back on where you started, where you're at, where you're going. Give yourself some love and realize you're going to make it. Could be a new job. That's where I'm sort of leaning towards. I just didn't want to say because it was no pentacles, but it is a transitionary period and you're not stuck. That's the biggest thing. It's a freedom, but it looks good for the most part. Took your time, took your chances. Yeah, so I don't know. Feels like you got the Eye of the Tiger playing. So take that as you will. You need to listen to that song and you're going places. So yeah, could be a new job. I'm not saying yes or no because I honestly I can't tell you. It's not that type of reading, but I can tell you you're going to be in a transitionary period in a good way because you're getting unstuck and you're having better. But yeah, there you go, Sherlin. It's the Eye of the Tiger. It's the thrill of the oh my gosh! Now I got to listen to that and Curtis Mayfield. Dun dun dun. Oh my god! Get out of my head! Freaking Survivor! Rising up and back. Oh, you see what you guys are doing to me? You're making me crazy. Oh, you're welcome, Sherlin. Like honestly, I'm curious to see what's coming up for you, but whatever it is, it's really good. And yeah, it could be a new job, could be love. I'm leaning more so towards a job than love. And I'm not trying to be insulting when I say that, but I think you care more about money than some prick showing up and it's like, hey baby, come on, Sheldon. It's like, where's the money? Pay me my money. But I think that is it. I won't leave just yet. I'm going to hang out for a couple more minutes. And yeah, so boy, first reading of the new year, man. Hopefully it all resonated. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And this was a fun one for me. If you can't tell, I'm in a very good mood. Where did I put? You know what? I never do this, but how about collective reading? Let's try that. Whoa. Yeah, let's do a collective reading. So this is just for, well, the collective. A collective reading is basically just a general reading or whatever comes out for everybody. Just to see. Whoa, that was loud. Actually, I am coming in kind of loud too. I've been monitoring the mic and I've realized it's just been peaking every time and I'm just such a jerk. I am not changing it. Wow. I mean, a collective reading is something, it's pretty popular. I just don't do them. I very rarely do them. Stephanie does them a lot. Just reading for everyone at once. Okay. Oh, okay. You got me, Nick. Let's see. What do we have? Oh. And I am getting a text. Okay. I am not talking to you. You can fall off a cliff. No, oh no, that's mean. I won't say fall off a cliff to this person, but stop bugging me. I'm streaming. One day I didn't see his inauguration. What did he say? And one day you guys are going to start picking up my lingua. You're going to say heifer and fall off a cliff and son of a monkey's uncle. And when you do, you're going to be like, gosh darn it, that Melvin. Ooh. And I'm going to be smiling because I know. All right, let's give this one more mix. Well, I don't agree with that. Huh. That's some commie talk right there. Not that I have anything against commies. Like, go with whatever ideology you want. But I do believe that individuals are individuals. I don't believe in the collective thing per se. Yeah, I can. Okay, I see why now. All right, let's see what we got. Let's see what we got for you guys. Okay. Okay. Oh, can't see that one. Okay. Hmm. Oop, sorry for the reflections on the cards, foil and all that. But anyway, yeah, this is an interesting one. So, Seven of Wands, Ace of Wands, the King of Pentacles here, the Five of Swords. Oh, yeah, the Five of Swords, the Hermit, and Judgment. The Hermit and Judgment are the really interesting ones. Okay, so our first row here. Honestly, it's saying hold your ground, be tough, don't give in just yet. Don't allow don't allow society to beat you down. Stay strong. And then with this Ace of Wands, help is coming. Help is coming. Do not worry. And our King of Pentacles here is fortuitous. It's fortune. It's making it. And yeah, it's for everybody, Nick. And it's growth. We will have growth this year. Hold on, stay strong. Don't give in, don't give up, which is interesting because I think as a whole, how I was saying earlier, 2025 was just terrible for everyone as a whole. It feels like this is saying as a whole, hold on. Don't give up, don't give in. Life is hard, but don't write it off just yet, especially because of that Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands is the universe quite literally giving us a helping hand. Now, we can see it as a whacking stick, but from a tarot point of view, we can see it as a magic wand, and it has that growth. The growth that we missed out on last year, we attain this year, and that King of Pentacles is the fortune that comes from it, the growth that we all will have. So this year will be a year of growth. Maybe financially, maybe spiritually, but it's a year of growth, and it's saying hold on. Don't give up, don't give in, even though life, society, it's coming after you, but hold your ground because you got to fight it. You got to stay strong, you know. Now, there we go. It's kind of crooked. All right. You're just going to have to deal with it being crooked. I'm sorry. Wait, hold up. No, look at my OCD kicking in. Darn, it's still crooked. Well, whatever. So, Five of Swords is the battle's over and you can walk away. You walk away, you come out for the most part unscathed, but the battle is over. So, this year we are definitely going to see the battle that we're all fighting end. The Hermit in this case, again, normally the Hermit is don't socialize, isolate, be by yourself. I feel like this one's coming out of isolation, coming out of hiding. This feels like everyone becomes a bit more social. And Judgment is interesting because that's what this karmic energy is coming back. So be prepared to be elevated in our lives, in love and work and politics, if we want to go down that route. So this row is essentially saying you're not fighting for nothing, but the fighting is almost over. The battle is almost over. You don't necessarily win, but you don't lose either. And you can come out of hiding. You can come out of wherever you were and socialize again, back to normalcy. This year, we're going to see things come back to normal. And Judgment is saying that as well. And Judgment is going to punish the non normalcy, I guess we could say. But this year, expect growth, expect things to come back to normal, whatever normal is. And you're not going to have to battle as hard. And Judgment oversees this. So, yeah, a lot of karmic debt will be paid, we'll say. But yeah, there you go. There you guys go for the collective. So, very interesting readings tonight. Well, today. Oh, no, it's now tonight for me. How long have I been at this? When did I start? 3 o'clock? Yeah. And now it's 5 p.m. Amazing. So, yeah. Anyone have any plans tonight? It's Saturday. Well, Sunday for some of us, but Saturday for the rest of us. Any plans? Any going out? Or are you gonna be like me, fix some dinner and watch some TV? Most likely, I am going to watch Star Wars Episode 1 through 6. I The Disney stuff does not exist in my world. That can just burn. Ooh, nothing wrong with reading. Excuse me. I am getting ready to start up a new book soon, and I'm very excited. It's a fantasy adventure book, and I'm hoping it's good. Some people compared it to The Name of the Wind, which that's high praise. Yeah, I love Star Wars. I was a big Star Wars fan, huge before the dark times, the Disney times. But yeah, I love Star Wars. I had the comics, I had the books, the real expanded universe with the new Jedi Order. Dude, even if you're not a Star Wars fan, the new Jedi Order was fantastic. Oh my gosh, 20 years after the Return of the Jedi and the Yuzang Vong showing up, and it's like, whoa, what? That was so good. And Luke Skywalker being Luke Skywalker. So Luke is my favorite character in Star Wars, FYI. Man, I loved it. Oh, you got it then. You understand, Nick. So I just hate what it's become, and anything that's Disney Star Wars, I don't watch. I don't touch it. It doesn't exist to me. And I refuse. I will never support anything Disney Star Wars. So, maybe I'm being too harsh, but oh well. But 1 through 6, I will watch, and I do think the prequels get a bad rap. I really don't think the prequels, minus episode 2, is as bad as they say. Like, episode 1, yeah, the kid who played Anakin wasn't great, and they should not have done the weird thing, kind of giving credit, not credit, but sort of like, hey, this is sort of nostalgic to Luke destroying the Death Star, right? I mean, it was just, that was bad. I didn't like that. But Darth Maul was just awesome, and I like seeing Qui-Gon, young Obi-Wan. That was awesome. Like, episode 1's fine. The guy who played young Anakin, not so fine, but he gets too much hate, and unfortunately I think he's schizophrenic. Like, I want to say he's schizophrenic. Jake, was his first name Jake somebody? Episode 2, however, yeah, that episode 2 did what George Lucas said he didn't want done in episodes 4, 5, and 6, and that was a love story. Irvin Kershner, he had to beg for George to have a little bit of a romantic element between Han and Leia. And George didn't want it at first, but it worked. It should be in there. It worked because it wasn't the main focus. And while I get they have to show Anakin and Padme fall in love, they didn't have to do it like that. And the acting wasn't very good. But, whatever. It had its moments because, what's her name? Natalie Portman was very attractive. So that's a bonus. Hayden Christensen, he was an okay Anakin, but he's not a good actor. I've seen him in other things, and he's just not a good actor. But I appreciate the work he put into being Anakin and the choreography and all of that. Same with Ewan McGregor. And then episode 3 was really good because it was just so emotional, but which I guess kind of fits. But they kind of phoned in the acting, and then he killed younglings. Younglings, like, oh George, come on. Yeah, it's wild how time flies. They say years go by fast and days go by slow. But the prequels, they honestly weren't as bad as people make them out to be. It's just some stupid parts, like Padme, so dumb. Like, they messed up because the robot said, well, she's perfectly healthy, but she appears to have lost the will to live. It's like, what? No, you can't say she's perfectly healthy and fine, but she's lost the will to live, so therefore she's just gonna blip. It doesn't work that way unless she secretly had the force herself and then she just forced herself dead or some mess. If they didn't say she's perfectly fine and healthy, that would have been fine. She's lost the will to live. That's all you gotta say. A good friend of mine, my best bud, we still joke about that to this very day because it's so dumb and it makes no sense. And I at one point, I wanted to do a skit type of comedy thing where it was sort of making fun of George Lucas and Star Wars because, like, not from hate, but just from a place of love and just some goofy mess. And that was one of the things where George is sitting at his desk, he's biting on his pencil and writing it down and just, lost the will to live. Yes, George, you did it again. Giving himself the thumbs up, and it's just so proud of himself. And then split to lost the will to live. Anyway, I don't know. It's dumb. You, uh, one day I am going to do that. But you know what? Yeah, well, I wasn't expecting so many people. Uh, Jar Jar. I don't have a problem with Jar Jar. And I feel bad because the actor got so much hate. Like, okay, hate the character, not the actor. But I didn't have a problem with Jar Jar. He was a goof, but I didn't have a problem with him. Misha Jar Jar Binks. Misha was kicked out of Homeland. Misha Bombad. It's like whatever. But I think he got unneeded hate. He was an actor. Oh, come on. Actually, if you I do believe he has a cameo along with Anthony Daniels in episode 2 when they were looking for the changeling in the bar, and they shot it up or cut a hand off or whatever it was, and you see him real quick, the tall black guy next to Anthony Daniels. That was the actor who played Jar Jar Binks, and of course Anthony Daniels is C-3PO. No, well, no. He was in a green suit, in a green screen outfit, but he was actually doing all the movements and everything. He was acting right there with them. They might have done voiceover work for some of it, but that was him. That was a guy. He was not CGI. I mean, yeah, of course, layered on. And my impression was insane. I don't. Why? I okay. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, but he got so much hate, man. Unneeded. They didn't have to do that. Like Jar Jar was annoying, but he wasn't terrible. I think he was okay. But maybe I'm too nice. Um, but yeah, anyways, look at some of the behind the scenes stuff. It's really, really good. And I'm trying to think because I want to say NSYNC was in one of those movies and they were in makeup and mess. I want to say that. Don't quote me on it though. I want to say, but yeah. Anyway, I used to love Star Wars, man. I would drink that stuff, and Star Wars and Disney. Surprisingly, the at one point I loved Disney. The two things that I love the most have become two things I despise. But if it weren't for them, I would not be into storytelling the way I'm into it. Disney and Star Wars. That was my inspiration. And even though I know Walt Disney was a crazy man, he's still someone that I respect and look up to, even though he was quick to call somebody a commie. With tarot, oh, I guess I don't know if I ever told the story. I don't know. Did it? Well, shoot. Tarot came about because of Bonnie. If it weren't for her, I would not. I wouldn't do tarot. She's the one who got me into it because one night we were talking and she did a test and I apparently passed it. I was like, oh, this is interesting. And then I started to study up on cartomancy. And that Christmas, my mom randomly sent me a tarot deck. And she didn't know I was into it or reading up on it. And after that, I was like, okay, so this is the universe saying you need to do this. And it went on from there. I wish I had a more glamorous story. I mean, I probably should have put some pizzazz on it. Well, I was drinking some hot chocolate and I got a call. It was Bonnie Woodruff. And she said that she saw something in me. She felt something. And I had to be tested right then and there. And if I didn't, it would become the biggest mistake of my life. And instead, it became one of the best decisions of my life. I did not. Um, my style is pretty much whatever comes out, just go with it and say what's on your mind. I don't get super in depth and technical with it because I would get confused. It would be information overload for me. I can only think at 1 mile an hour, and that's on a good day. So I just developed my own thing. Of course, every now and then, please, I'm not psychic. If I were psychic, you better believe I would have gotten the lotto numbers by now. Um, but every now and then I do read up on certain things and see how they match, but it depends on the deck. Like if you're going to use a correspondence and learn all of that, then you want to use it with the right deck. Most of the decks I use or I'm drawn to, you don't need it. But something like a Thoth deck or a Marseille deck, yeah, it helps tremendously. But my style, I see it more like storytelling than anything. So I don't know if that makes sense or not. I hope that makes sense. But when it gets to the point where it feels like it's too much information, then it probably is, and you should just stop and take a step back. Anything that feels like work, not a good thing. Just stop, take a step back because, again, you have to learn your own style. Maybe all the other stuff, going down the Kabbalic route with the Sephiroth and everything, maybe it's not for you. Maybe you don't need the tree of life. You might be better off with doing what I do. Just come up with the story, just see the story and go with it. A good chunk of it is going with your gut instinct and honestly saying some pretty ridiculous stuff, but it makes sense for everyone else. It's ridiculous to you, but it makes sense for everyone else. And that's the important thing. And you also have to remember, don't take it so seriously. I think when we take it super seriously, that's when we make mistakes because we get into information overload and we start thinking. And that's, as weird as it sounds, something you don't want to do. Don't think, just say and go from there. When you think, you're putting extra in it, and that could throw off a reading. Just go with the flow. Well, just again, do what works for you. Everyone is different, and you just kind of have to jump in and make mistakes and like, okay, well, that didn't work. Okay, this did work. I feel comfortable with this, and I feel comfortable adding astrology to it. Every now and then I do that. I will go down an astrological route with some of the cards, and that's the cool thing because 12 of the cards do relate to the 12 zodiac. The emperor is Aries, Hierophant is Taurus, the lovers is Gemini. I mean, heck, the empress is connected to Venus, so you can go down that route for a little bit of a cheat sheet. And the other cool thing is with the minor arcanas, they're governed by the majors. So, for instance, the three minor arcanas, and I think I might have said this in the Fool's Journey, but the three minor arcanas would be governed by the Empress. So, if you know what the Empress means and what she stands for, then you can attribute some of those things to the three minors. Some, not all, but some of it. Well, I don't know about class being in session, but I'm just sharing a little bit of tips. Yeah, so it's cool that astrology can play a pretty significant role, but that's if you want to go down that route. It's up to you. It's so many different ways of doing it. That's the cool thing. It's no one size fits all. It's a size for everybody. My size just happens to be a bit wacky, but that's me. And whenever you're comfortable, Nick, I would love to get a reading from you. That would be awesome. I jinxed nothing, although it is raining over here. But you know what, guys? This is where I am going to call it. And I hope you guys enjoyed, and all the new people, thank you for showing up, and hit the subscribe button if you didn't. Come on now, help me out. I want to get to 1,000 this year. This is the year we get to 1,000. And share and yap with everyone, and stay tuned because a couple of videos are coming up, and towards the end of the month should have a podcast. We'll see. And yeah, so thank you guys, and I will be seeing you next time.